are now listening to Had To, Got To, Must podcast, recorded live in studio from the parking lot of Ray's Check Cashing at Gratiot and McNichols. Ray's Check Cashing. We don't let that check bounce. We will fuck you up.
Don't let that check bounce. Is that the same one that's
it's
in
your
Street
money,
Hoops?
come get it now. Yeah, this wasn't Street Hoops.
That would be a great slogan for a check cashing. It's your money, come get it now. You want it now.
And if you don't have it, we will fuck you up and switch you down. Ray's Check Cashing.
JG Checkworth, it's your money, come get it now.
Cash advances. Cashing checks. We don't give a fuck. Just don't fuck with us. We'll get you your money.
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
like the intro to the Crime Time theme song back in the day. Pop a 40 and check your rollies. It's crime time.
Whoa.
Brooklyn, Brooklyn.
Yeah, so it's a Friday night. You know what I mean? Maybe your paycheck's a little short. You need an advance on that. You need some money out your next paycheck. You know what I mean? Because it's Friday night. The weather finally broke. And you know what? You need to get some gas and some Douce. Because it's one of those weekends.
Man.
Amen, brother.
Mm-hmm.
We really need to... there's an issue I want to address. And it entails what age is too old to be thrown in on the bottle and to be thrown in on a 3.5. And this is the example I'm going to give here. There's a fella who looks just like Krondon, and there's a famous clip of him saying the following.
So I stopped sharing with you.
Here we go.
If you really felt the way with me, and you was drinking all my Douce, you smoking all my gas, tell me that shit while you drinking and smoking my shit. So I stopped sharing with you.
He's like about to
He's
cry.
crying.
On the
You
verge
could
of
hear
tears.
his voice shake.
We all got a text like this, and if you smoked weed in high school, we all had a phone call or a text like this from somebody in high school. But never, this guy is 35 at least.
Dude,
No,
it looks
40,
like he looks
man.
like he graduated high school in like 1990, bro.
Yeah.
And if you don't know who Krondon is, well, I can't help you.
He looks like he was like
Albino.
he looks like he was like a background chair in the first barbershop.
Oh, a background check.
Yeah, like he was a background barber.
That's crazy.
Didn't have a speaking role, but he looks old enough to be in the movie Barbershop.
He's just fucking around playing with the clippers. They're not even turned on. He's like, yo,
yeah.
just wave it like you're doing a
like
haircut.
cleaning his shit. But he's like, you know, if you really felt some kind of way about me, why didn't you tell me before you were drinking my Douce and smoking my gas?
Well, of course he's going to drink your Douce.
Yeah.
He
He's
doesn't
a
like
snake.
you.
Yeah.
And it's up to you to tell. It's just childish. I think the age is 22 years old. Where
That's
this
such a 20-year-old subtweet thing. It's like, man,
Yeah.
motherfuckers will talk to you behind your back, but then when they see you with the Douce and the gas, they all friendly. Like, that's such a 20-year-old problem to have.
It's
You're like,
ridiculous.
There's
Yo,
like
motherfuckers only like me for my $60 bottle of liquor.
There's like a 40-year-old in the comments. He's the top comment. For real, I could have kept those laughs to myself. And it's like, who hurt these unks? How much of your Douce and 3.5s gets smoked and drank to the point where you're like
Crying about it.
crying? Like, I'm thinking at least 50,000. But for him, it's like maybe a couple bands, maybe like an ounce worth of 3.5s to where he has to realize he's finding new friends.
You'd think the gas and the Douce days were over. That's what I would think.
You're 40,
looking
bro.
at his age.
Put down the 3.5 and stop putting in on bottles.
I just hope to God I'm not 40. And my highlight of the week is the Douce. The Douce on Friday was the highlight of the
and
week.
the 3.5.
Oh,
I really fucking hope not.
It's time to pop a gummy and watch some reality TV on Peacock on the couch.
On Zeus.
Yeah, on the Zeus network, yeah.
By the way,
It's
we're
reality
taking
TV.
funding for Zeus Network subscription.
Yeah,
If anybody wants to donate so that we can watch Zeus Network.
So we can't watch Zeus Network on the God knows what. How much does it cost? What is it, like
$6?
$5? We looked
It's like
into
$6.
this.
It's cheaper
ain't
than
got
Hot
it.
and Ready.
Yeah.
Zeus is cheaper than Hot and Ready.
Yeah. Cheaper than a butter parm, hot and ready.
It's crazy.
The only reason why we want Zeus Network is to watch Two Ways with Eric Amina and see all of Aaron the Plumber's appearances.
You know.
You know.
I've been saying in that voice ever since. Just
You
like,
know.
I fucking love Aaron the Plumber.
He had a really hard, like he walked into the room and said, there's some really weird shit going on, and we just need to talk about it. But like he came in the door, it's like if a wrestling thing was like being shot in the backstage area, like a promo or something, and like let's say Kurt Angle and Triple H are talking to each other, and all of a sudden you hear, but you don't see him, you hear. And then the crowd is going to pop.
Yeah.
And they're not even, you don't even see Aaron the Plumber yet. But,
if I hear that's like a drop. Kanye should put that. I mean, if Kanye was still sensible, he would have put that as a drop. He would have put that as like an ad lib.
Could you imagine like you cut somebody off in the self checkout line? And you hear out of nowhere,
I'm running. I'm full
Bro,
sprint.
I fucked up, bro. I should have got a button on the fucking keyboard. We can do that.
And in a real way needs to be a button.
Well, that's an excuse to like steal your groceries. You know what I mean? Like actually have like a cart full of groceries. Be like, and just start running with the cart out the store. They're not going to stop you.
They're not
going to stop you. You might as well steal some groceries.
You see,
you heard it here
see
first.
versus is real.
So, along with Raised Check Cashing, we also have a second sponsor for Season 2. I want to give a big round of applause and shout-out and a big thank you to Kroger for sponsoring the Had To, Got To Shopping Cart Challenge, where you have 30 minutes to fill a shopping cart with as much as you want and see how fast you can run out of the store with it without paying for it. You just fill up a shopping cart and then just sprint out the store.
It's like
load it into your
supermarket sweep, but illegal.
Yes. But illegal. No, this is a sponsored challenge. You can tell the police I was doing the Had To, Got To, Must challenge.
They'll know.
What they'll say, they'll go, and take you to jail still. But
every precinct,
at least they know why you did it.
Every precinct everywhere knows about the Had To, Got To, Must challenge.
They do.
I love it. We should
Code must.
Code must. They're doing it again.
I'm so
It's
pissed.
only legal at Kroger.
Elon Musk changed his name to Must because he thought our podcast was like niche.
He's such a glazer.
And now people think we're like a Musk
W
podcast.
Glaze.
So I had this idea that, podcasts nowadays are like the mainstream media, correct? So what if I attach my name to a popular podcast to get in with the regular people? Get more on the ground level of things and see how everything really operates. So
I really like
fuck people up.
I really like Flair's impression of Stephen A. Smith playing Elden Ring.
I find it so humorous. Check this out. Look, they're talking about stealing from Kroger. Have you seen this podcast? It's great. They have one of these guys. It's very legalized comedy. It's very funny. They have Neil deGrasse Tyson doing impression talking about Yoshi's story, and it's just. It's wonderful, quite frankly.
They do a good Neil
Stephen A.
deGrasse Tyson.
Smith talking about Elden Ring and Ronald the Doll.
Yeah.
God, not Robert.
They play the echo sax and they go, you see, like Neil deGrasse Tyson.
You see, I tried to take a picture with Robert the Doll, and he made me. Quite frankly, now I've studied this over the years. I took a picture with Robert the Doll, and while I did become the richest man in the world, it did come with a price, a monkey's paw, if you will. I also became the biggest faggot in the public image that anyone could think of, and the most unlikable man in America.
After he hit the weed, it was all downhill from there.
Don't smoke. Don't smoke.
Yeah.
PSA.
If that's a PSA, to be written, the writing is very clear. If you smoke weed, you become an unlikable faggot. And you're not cool anymore when you smoke weed. You might think smoking weed is cool, but you're not cool after you do it on camera. And I thought about Aaron the Plumber and Neil deGrasse when you were going off on that.
It all goes back to Aaron the Plumber.
While I'm over here waiting, brother, I don't understand half of the words you saying, so I'm about ready to beat your ass. I'm gonna have to run this fade in a minute. You see, your knuckles are huge.
We need Aaron the Plumber and Elon Musk in the same room so we can get the brakes whooped off of him.
While we over here, brother, I don't really like that Cybertruck.
Yeah. I can pull 100,000 out the bank, can you? Well, actually, it's quite fascinating. You said that. He just gets beat up.
I saw a clip of Sketch, the streamer, Stretch.
Mm-hmm.
I saw he was crashing out on his stream, like yelling at people in his comments. And he said, I went to transfer $1,000 and accidentally put another zero and it still went through. He's like, can you do that? He's like, never in your fucking life can you do that.
That's kind of a flex.
And then he was showing his Lambo keys. He's like, you don't even know how to spell Lamborghini, do you? Like, he was really
Gun to
shitting
my
on
head,
his,
I might fuck up
his
where
haters.
there's a U. Is there a U in Lamborghini?
No.
Lamborghini machine.
No.
Do you know how to spell Lamborghini machine?
Yes. But
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Lamborghini machine.
Lamborghini machine.
Coming up with a new
my
car.
comeback for Stretch would have been, see, I call him Stretch as a hater,
Stretch.
but my comeback would have been at least my asshole's intact.
That's always the comeback you
Yeah.
can give him.
Speaking
least my farts
speaking
still
of
make a
intact
sound.
assholes.
Oh.
I'm listening.
Last night, I was able to talk to Dave Blunts in his Discord.
Yes.
And
Hell
getting to the point of intact assholes, he needs new mods in his Discord because there were people like GIF bombing in the comments, and they were GIFs of like gay shit and prolapsed assholes. It was horrible. I've never seen so much dick and asshole in like an hour span of time just waiting to talk to Dave Blunts. And God bless his mods, you know. But they need some new mods for sure. But I ended up getting in, and I was able to talk to Dave Blunts, and I was able to tell him we gave him Artist of the Year on the Out Cold Awards, so that was really cool. He was really appreciative. He's like, "Yeah, bro, W Glaze."
Nice.
And I told him my favorite song is Family Matters because he redid Clarity, and I really like when I think of the best Dave Blunt song, I think of that one. And I think of Crying in the Kitchen. Crying in the Kitchen is so good.
It's still good, yeah.
Crying in the Kitchen. And it was just cool to be able to talk to him. Like, could you imagine one of your favorite artists on your Spotify just opening up his Discord and you're able to wait in line and talk to him? And you could say whatever you want to him. And there was a kid who came in.
Whatever I want.
He's like, you're the second rapper I'm able to talk to. I was able to talk to Logic. And everybody in the comments just starts ripping that kid a new asshole for liking Logic. I was like, he probably listens to Russ, too. I'm like, this fucking kid. I'm like, who the fuck would sit in line to talk to Logic?
If you listen to Dave Blunts, you should know, like, have the self-awareness to be like, maybe I shouldn't tell all these people I'm fucking listening to Logic.
Yeah. He got cracked on by everybody in the comments. And then in between people, Dave would be like, man, y'all ruthless in the comments, though. Y'all saying this is a hoe-ass question. Get this fucking kid off. He's like, bro, let the kids live, man.
Logic be doing Comic-Con convention appearances, bro. He knows.
Yeah. But it was cool to hear Dave, and, like, it was driving me nuts that, like, people were asking him the same question. Hey, bro, you got a song with Kanye coming out, bro? Hey, bro, do you have any collabs on the way, bro? Hey, bro, keep it up with the weight, bro. Hey, bro, it's the same
No jumper
shit.
questions.
And immediately I just kept pinging the mods that were in charge of it. I'm like, bro, let me in. I have a good question. I have stuff I want to ask him. I have stuff I want to tell him. And I was the last person that got let in. So it was
Nice.
like really cool. And I told him about the pod. I told him about the award. And I told him he got a lot of love in Detroit. We're going to see him May 14th when he comes. And I asked him, when is Chris Benoit coming out? He had a snippet that said, I'm like Chris Benoit. I'm a crash out. And I don't remember the rest of it, but I just remember that soundbite and really liked it. And he said, it's funny you say that. He's like, that's the intro to my next album. So we are getting Chris Benoit, and it's coming out in April.
Snippet of the
so
year.
his album's coming out in April. He'll start touring in April. He just did Rolling Loud yesterday, and there was like 7,000 people. Like, he had a big crowd. There were a lot of people there to see Dave.
That's enough to let him crowd surf. I
Yeah.
think 7,000 could let him
Yeah,
crowd surf.
I told him
Not a
don't do
person
that
less.
shit in Detroit. I'm like, we ain't got the
whole crowd.
facilities for that.
I don't know. Detroit's got a lot of fat people.
Yeah,
Doesn't mean they're strong.
Yeah,
though. That's
that's
the
the
fat
thing.
confusion.
he said I'm probably going to do it in Chicago because a lot of people there was a lot of people in Chicago and Phoenix in that chat. And he was like, I don't think Phoenix got it like that. And he said they're going to get heat stroke trying to hold me up.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
but he was really funny, man. It was really cool to be able to connect with one of your favorite artists. Chromeo would never. They would never.
Do a Discord chat session.
Yeah. And it was cool. Like you're
they're
in
too
line.
old.
Maybe a Reddit AMA.
You're
That
like
seems
in
more their
line
speed.
in the audience, and then you could put your hand up, and it says this person has a question, and then finally it'll say the mods are requesting you to speak, and then you approve, and then you go right in, and it's like you're right there in the room with Dave Blunt. So it was awesome.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Dave Blunt's come on the pod, man.
Eventually,
days.
come
David
on the pod.
Blunt.
Once we get your feature money.
David Bluntington.
David Blunt.
David Blunt.
David Blunt.
I think his last
Shout
name
out
is
to his
Blessing.
family.
Blessing. Yeah, shout out to. I had to show my coworker that he
David
had no
Blessings.
idea about David Guetta ending racism.
Shout out
Shout
to
out
his
to his
family.
family. I said that
Might have
after
to pull
someone
that
died for years, bro. Anytime he died, I'd be like, "Yo, R.I.P. so and so." Shout out to his family.
I had a thought, actually.
Crazy world we live in, man. It's fucked up. George Floyd, the rest in peace. Shout out to his family.
I had a thought this weekend, and I wanted to know you guys' thoughts on this. And don't ask why I had this thought. If you shit your pants, are you keeping the drawers or are you throwing them out?
Gotta throw them out. You gotta throw them out. Underwear's pretty cheap. It depends on the. You gotta throw them out.
I'm washing.
Did you keep them?
You're washing them.
Yeah.
Alone or with another load?
No, with anything that has touched shit. You put it in a hot water wash, you wash it once, and then you wash it normal. That's how you handle it.
Yeah, but it's underwear, bro. They're giving this shit away. You got so much
Yeah, but
underwear.
okay,
It's
so it
one
probably
pair.
went through your underwear to your pants.
But what if it's the Tommy drawers? What if it's the polo drawers?
We're not talking about, you shit your favorite hat. You know what I mean? You can't really wash a hat. And you have, like, some people got, like your Yankee, your Tigers hat, whatever, your Ferrari hat. You'd be like, oh, it's my favorite hat. I wear this every race day, whatever. We're not talking about shitting that. It's a pair of drawers. It's irrelevant. It's not. You can't get attached to a pair of drawers. Everyone got a favorite shirt.
No, it's
favorite
not
pair
from
of
an
pants.
attachment standpoint. It's that your washer can handle a little. Like, okay, if I'm shitting my pants, more than likely it's diarrhea. It's like a little light spotting.
Yeah, because you probably trusted a fart.
You're not dropping a massive load. Now, if it's a load, yeah, you got to
a
go to the
log.
garbage and then take that fucking garbage out immediately. No, that's not, no.
No, you just let it sit in the house for
But,
a while.
like, from a care standpoint, my mom has crapped herself quite a bit. Not to out my mom's business here.
She listens.
Yeah, she is a devout listener. So she has crapped on herself before, and I take care of my mom full time. So I'm not just going to throw away her clothes. I just put everything in the wash on hot, and then I wash it again. Gets rid of everything.
Oh, I know it does. I trust you.
Yeah. So I would do the same in my instance if I shit my pants.
But I know they're the Dookie drawers now. I know this is the Dookie pair.
You see, I have I have like 12 pair of navy Tommy
You'd
Hilfiger
still know.
boxers. I would never know which one is which.
You'd still know.
I would never know.
I would know.
I would never know.
I would know. I would check the
This
waistband.
record is in honor of George Floyd. And I really hope we can see more unity and more peace when already things are so difficult. So, shout out to his family.
Is that the real official one?
No.
Okay, him playing the "I Have a Dream" is real.
Yeah.
That is not
He
real.
sampled "I Have a Dream" and put it over like a house beat.
Rest in peace, George Floyd. Shout out
Yeah.
to us for everyone rioting during those times in 2020.
Like
the world
white
stood still.
white people can't say the N-word, but like black people were totally okay with that.
David Guetta saying shout
Yeah.
out
That's
to his family.
unacceptable.
No, there was no outrage for that.
That's unacceptable.
Shout out to his family.
I think everyone just made fun of him. I think everyone just called him an idiot.
Because it was pretty tone deaf. I mean, but
Well, it's just, when you're in the rave culture, it's all about love and unity and peace.
what's his nationality? What's his
Where the
deal?
fuck is David
Swedish?
David Guetta from?
He sounds like Norwegian.
Every shitty radio song David Guetta did. That's why he's a legend. I would pay a lot of money to see him, honestly. I'd have such a good time.
I wouldn't pay a fucking cent.
He's like the LMFAO of DJs. He is French.
French.
Yeah.
He is
Even
a French
worse.
DJ.
That makes
You're
sense.
going to allow some white flag toting motherfucker to shout out his family and then drop a house song with MLK in the background?
Wait, is he retired technically? What am I seeing? Or is he divorced? What is
You,
I'm
you
saying?
hate France, Austin.
I really don't like France as a country.
But they have so many scientific discoveries.
Like what? not washing their ass?
The stethoscope.
They invented the
They
stethoscope?
sure did.
They
Prove
invented
it.
the guy who ate a
Rene
plane.
Laennec was considered the father of clinical auscultation.
Okay.
They also invented photography.
They also showed the Indians how to not wash their hands.
Bro, David Guetta
They
was
also,
52
They
years
invented
old
the
when he did that.
parachute.
That makes sense because
Parachute.
yeah, that like there are French words we use. Like
Detroit is a French
Dude, I
word.
have to say,
Detroit.
I have
Yeah.
to say this after Googling David Guetta. He was like 52 years old when he did that.
Bro.
He's a lot older than I thought he would. He's fucking 57.
Bro.
That makes more sense, honestly.
Yeah. Dog, why can't we just get along?
The French Revolution, that's cool.
That's like the only war they've won.
Where it was just
It
against
was just
themselves.
against the
Yeah.
They beat
government.
themselves.
Yeah.
France promoted democratic ideals during the Enlightenment, which inspired global reformist and revolutionary movements.
The Enlightenment. Everyone knows about the Enlightenment.
Everybody knows about it. Everybody knows about
As
it.
an American, you're supposed to hate the French because they hate us so much. If you were lost in Paris and you stopped to ask a local for directions, the second they hear your voice, they're either going to laugh at you or completely ignore you.
Have you been?
Ro-
No, but you see these videos of French people just treating Americans poorly.
I think Had2 needs to go check out France.
We could do
Imagine
that
we
live
do this
recording.
setup.
I would rather go to Tiananmen Square than France.
Oh, I'd love to go to China. We should go to China.
Well, China for sure. China would be very interesting.
We're never coming back if we record this podcast in China.
Yeah.
It would be the most bootlicker podcast ever. Like, did you hear what government did? It's just
Next
like-
episode, we're going to green screen here. It's just going to be the Eiffel Tower behind us. And we're going to be like, well, all right, we're here in France.
We couldn't say
Austin
a word
was right.
about China.
No, you can't even be there. Like, you have to... They have like a green card, like not a green card. You're there for like 4 days max, and then they'll kick your ass.
We got to go
out.
full
We'd have to
bootlicking.
get like Yao Ming on the pod and talk to him about basketball
Yeah.
only.
Hey, you guys want to hear a joke? How about Taiwan wanting to be independent? Ha 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 ha.
How about the president looking like Winnie the Pooh?
No, that'll get you fucking executed.
What?
I
Really?
disagree.
Fuck yeah.
But
Winnie the Pooh is completely banned over there.
We'll talk about
but-
the president being so smart.
You can't even. I don't even think you could say "oh bother" in Chinese.
oh bother!
I think honey.
You
is
can't
illegal
say
too.
stoutness exercise. You remember when Pooh would start his day with the stoutness exercises?
Yeah.
1, 2, 1, 2. He would just bend over, touch his toes. That's a stoutness exercise.
Honey
That's
is
a way to
illegal. It's double illegal if it's spelled HUNNY.
That's the best kind of honey. Too.
Yeah, that's the best honey.
Woo!
Yeah, me personally, I don't think I stand a chance in China.
We need
What do you
to
mean?
go.
I don't think I stand a chance.
Like you'd end up in jail? Is that what
Yeah,
you're saying?
I think I'd end up in permanent jail or dead.
Damn.
I'd end up scrubbed off the earth if I went to China.
They have permanent jails there?
Fuck yeah.
I'm gonna.
You're American over here talking crazy. We're locking you
There's
up.
no bars. It's just a steel door. In the permanent jail, it's different.
It's like
you don't ever get to leave the jail.
I saw a clip, I think, from Doctor Who. They made the perfect jail out of like these obsidian blocks that make an infinite room that's jail forever.
Oh,
Yeah, that's where they'd fucking put you if you bring up Winnie the Pooh.
Dude,
That
I would
sounds
get,
horrible.
If I was over there, I would like try to get a job at like a steel factory or something like that. Work my way up and just start scamming everybody, just bullshitting.
My social credit's already negative if I go over there. Speaking of, Muhammad Ali and Ric Flair took a trip to North Korea in like 81, 82, at the height of Ric Flair and at the height of Muhammad Ali. And Ric Flair was over there being a bootlicker. You know, naturally, he's scared. Muhammad Ali stands up, and there was something going on that he didn't like. They wouldn't let him travel at night or something. And he stands up and says, "Now I see why we don't like any of you motherfuckers." And Ric Flair's just looking at him like, we are
we're gonna
not
get-
making it home.
We're about to get
in
murdered.
China?
In North
North
Korea.
Korea.
Oh, North Korea.
And shout out Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali knew that, like, whatever I say can fly, because if they kill me, there's going to be an international incident.
Yeah.
Like-
There are some people that, like, it's not real diplomatic immunity, but you ain't killing Muhammad
No,
Ali.
Muhammad
no
Ali.
You ain't
chance.
getting away with that.
First of all, he's taken down like 6 people on the way to go arrest him.
Yeah.
And then you're just going to have to kill him. And then when you kill him, We're gonna come over and fuck y'all
There's no
up.
covering that up.
No.
That's why it took like Brittany Griner like 2 years to get out. Dude, God forbid
Nobody cared.
God forbid it was Tom Brady in a Russian jail.
I mean, think
bro.
about it. Lonzo Ball, was it Lonzo Ball or was
LiAngelo.
it LiAngelo Ball was
This
over
is
They
there?
already had boots on the ground.
pre-song LiAngelo Ball. If he
LeVar
got
Ball had
arrested after
boots
the
on
song,
ground
yeah.
in China.
Yeah, that's the difference, right? They already had boots on the ground, so I don't really count. LeVar already had boots on the ground.
Yeah.
I don't really count that. If it
Mind
was
you-
Tom Brady or like fucking LeBron in a Russian jail.
Did we talk about how LeVar Ball has no foot?
Yeah,
Yeah, he
had
lost his foot.
I don't know what happened.
All that talking
Sorry,
and he couldn't keep his foot.
He don't need it.
He sacrificed a foot to go 3 for 3 on his kids. And
All I need is
now
one
they're
foot.
all millionaires.
I mean, when you look at it that way, it sounds great, but what happened for real?
Looking back on
Diabetes,
it,
I think.
all that
He
run
had
he
a
had,
sweet tooth.
Yep.
dude, that run he had 10 years ago. Looking back on, it, everyone was hating him. This is like the funniest shit I've ever seen. Looking back on it now.
Yeah. He was funny, man. When he was on Colin Cowherd's show and that dumb bitch behind him, how many shoes did you sell? Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. That was a pretty good run.
And then, like, he's like, that's a nasty woman. She's going to get what's coming to her. Now she doesn't work for ESPN anymore. He was right.
The funniest shit he did, which is like I've never been this convinced or full of shit ever in my life, was when he was like, well, Lonzo's the best player on the Lakers. And then he's like, wait. He's like, you think Lonzo's better than He's like, you think Lonzo's better than LeBron? He's like, yeah. He's like, I don't think so. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? You really think he's better than LeBron? He goes, yes! With his chest.
LeVar Ball was pretty
Are you
great.
crazy? The immediate, are you crazy?
Is there a single Big Baller brand shoe in the NBA?
No. They don't make it anymore. It's
Melo
flopped
used
hard.
to wear them until he got signed by Puma. And Lonzo doesn't wear them anymore. He rolled his ankle in them. And he since doesn't wear them.
No.
The shirts are still very prevalent, though. Like, you do see people wearing Big Baller brand T-shirts.
Remember
We
when
should
he
get
was
a
like,
few.
remember when he was pushing, when he was like, ball control.
Yeah. I loved when he said, if you can't afford the $500 shoes, you're not a big baller.
It's true, though.
It's just not a big
it's
baller.
literally it's called Big Baller Brand. What do you think it was going to be, like fucking Starberry, bro? It was not about to be no $25 pair of shoes.
What was the other one? There was Starberry
Protege? That was Al Harrington.
Yeah,
that was the Kmart exclusive, and then the Stephen Barry's exclusive was the Starberry.
Yeah. I had the Starberry Forces. Them bitches was hot.
Bro, the Starberry, like what they tried to make the Starberry like the Jordan 11. Whatever one that one was fucking hideous, bro.
Yeah.
They had it in this Knicks color. It was black, red. I had a pair. It was like the ugliest fucking pair of shoes ever. Hold on. We need to find this. We need to find the model number for this Starberry shoe.
Ball control.
Dude, I got my Starberry.
Stephon Marbury lives a pretty comfy life in China.
I can't believe you had the ones, bro. These
Good.
are
Good for
hideous,
him.
bro. These are,
Yeah, I had the Forces.
Whatever these ones were,
Oh.
the shit that we're supposed to. I guess yes. This was
The
supposed
12s,
to be.
yeah.
Oh my god, here it is.
Oh.
This is the exact one.
Oh,
My sister got me a pair
Those
of these
go
as
hard.
a joke because we kept making fun of Starberries when we were younger.
Those go hard.
Yo, those shorts, bro. Those basketball shorts were $5 a pair, brand new. They were very comfortable.
I might swerve in that corner. Whoa.
I might swerve for my Starberries.
when you put some Starberries on, I might swerve in that corner. Whoa.
Now they're worth more on eBay than they ever were brand new
Yeah.
back in the day.
You know what I actually want? I want a
Collectors.
pair of Dada spinners. Like the shoes that had the rims that spun every time you stepped. Chris Webber used to wear them. Ben and Rashid used to wear them, I think.
Are those Spreewell's shoes?
Yeah, it was Latrell's shoe.
Cade wears those.
The Protege.
Who?
No one
Cade
wants.
Cunningham wears those.
Here's the
Cade
data
should.
set.
Honestly, Nike needs to bring back gimmick shoes. Like, they
The
need
pumps?
a shoe. Well, that was Reebok, but they need, like, something that, like, you know, lights up when you step with it. Like, Paul George had the PlayStation Nikes, and, like, the PlayStation logo would light up if you clicked them.
If you
know?
dunked.
Oh.
If they somehow they could like light up when you do certain things. Crossovers, it's like a fire pattern.
You remember Nike Plus?
Yeah, you can make your own
a
shoe.
custom shoe.
Well, not just that, but it was a sensor in there that would tell you your vertical, your speed.
That's right.
Where the fuck did that happen? Are there still like active Nike Plus subscriptions out there?
Ain't no way. That
Getting
shit-
charged
that shit had to have
$29.99
sucked.
a month.
I kind of want to look into it.
My poor mom signed me up for the Chain Gang, which was John Cena's online fan club.
Nice.
Which is where I got that autograph
Yeah,
picture
I
of.
got it.
And It was called the Chain Gang Click. And how many credit cards are out
Chain
there
Gang is a
still being charged monthly to be in the Chain Gang Click?
Dude, that song Chain Gang Click on the album is fire. Chain Gang is a click. I'm ready to fire like
Nike-
Apache helicopters.
Nike discontinued support for its legacy wearable devices and apps, including the Nike Plus Fuel Band and Nike Plus Sports Watch GPS in 2018,
No, they ain't on shit.
effectively ending the sensor
insane.
ecosystem.
I think the Jordan 2010 killed their gimmick shoes. You guys remember the Jordan 2010?
The
I don't even
see-through one?
I'm not. What do you say?
The see-through one?
Yes, the
Yeah.
stupid shit with the circle cut out that you could see your sock through.
Because he could see through the offense.
Jordan was on all the tequila in the world. Too many cigars and tequila in his brain. And the shoe needs a window. What is it? Squidward suicide? What's playing right now? Why are we hearing a creepy pasta music?
Oh, you hear something right now?
Yeah.
I don't hear anything.
It sounded like the PlayStation.
Yeah, it sounded like
Like-
creepy pasta music.
Yeah.
I didn't
There's a
hear
car
anything.
driving
That's
by.
weird.
Maybe I'm imagining things. Maybe this podcast is haunted by Robert the Doll.
You still hear something? Is it still playing?
No.
No.
Weird.
I heard it for a minute, but anyways. The gimmick shoes.
I was going to ask, speaking of Robert the Doll and Stephen A. Smith, I have a question for Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A., if you were playing Balatro and you had 5 jokers to choose from to put on your team and build around one specific hand, what would it be?
I've had a lot of people recently ask me, why don't you do a high card run? Why don't you do a face card run? I just gotta say, you are a nasty, low down, disgusting individual.
Desperate ass.
Playing high card? How many planet cards am I supposed to open before it even was worth nothing? I mean, what are we doing? You don't have to play the straight. I'll use all my discards. But you know what I'm never turning down? The banana. I know all my Balatro players know.
The banana.
That banana is something special. Gross Michelle. Let me tell you. Hey, stone cards. We're good. We're good. Once I get Cavendish, and God forbid I make it a polychrome, with a 4.5 times multiplier, it doesn't matter what high cards you want to play. Bronny James is not ready to play high cards. LeBron came up to me and said, I like to play, I play 2 pairs. That's my favorite hand.
2 pairs.
Why don't you come to me man to man and tell me what your favorite Balatro joker is? I looked at your collection. You don't have Blueprint. You didn't even unlock Stun Man. And I'll leave it at that.
Damn.
Dude, the Balatro music is so vibey. Can we just have it on the whole? This is just a Balatro stream now.
This
Balatro
is
go
the
crazy.
Balatro podcast. This is Jimbo's Friends, a Balatro podcast.
This is
Jimbo's
Jimbo's friends. Arcanery and buffoonery. Arcanery.
Is this episode 44 or 5?
44. Oh, getting to the subject of number 44.
Number 44.
Motherfucker, man. Okay, so last night the F1 season opened in Australia. And as you know, Flair's a really big Lewis Hamilton fan. I'm a really big Ferrari fan. Slim could give a fuck less.
I love Haas.
Honestly,
I love Haas.
both Haas's finished dead last. So I'm sorry for your loss.
Well, I'm not a bandwagon guy. I'm here for the.
You're just happy they finish.
Are they American?
They're an American team, and they're now being engineered by Toyota. And
Oh, that's bullshit.
Eventually, and they have a Ferrari engine too, so their engine isn't even American either.
Is there a true American racer?
No, there was Logan Sargent, and he raced for Williams, the British team, but he got kicked out. He sucked.
Is Haas the most American team?
Right now, yes. Next year there'll be
And
Andretti Cadillac.
They don't even have an American engine.
No.
There is no American engine on the grid.
Next year, Ford will be doing Red Bull's motor, and then which I think is a disaster. And Andretti Cadillac is coming out next year.
Okay. Anyway, sorry to interrupt you. So you were talking about number 44.
The
What's
F1
going on?
season open. Number 44 is Lewis Hamilton, and we're on episode 44.
And I see you're a big Ferrari guy.
Very big Ferrari fan. And I was hopeful. We qualified 7th and 8th, so I'm thinking, okay, we're going to lose regardless. But before the rain started kicking back in, there was a point where we were running 2nd and 3rd. I'm like, oh, shit. We made a jump. We're going to get a double podium as long as we follow in whoever on the pits. And we ended up pitting a lap late and finishing fucking 8 and 10. Like, just throwing away a double podium to get outscored by an inbred Canadian named Lance Stroll. He outscored both fucking Ferraris. He finished 6th.
Lance Stroll?
Lance Stroll, yes.
Bro, Dame was probably having a day.
In the chat, he just kept sending Lance Stroll gifts this morning.
Bro.
Because he didn't watch it, but if he would have watched it, that would have been his magnum
Real
opus.
Pod listeners, we've had Dame on about 3 times, maybe 4. Big Lance Stroll fan. He just likes... Okay, Dame just likes shit just to like it. I respect it.
He likes that he's a Nepo baby.
Yeah.
So
Lance Stroll had a day.
He finished 6th. He outscored both Ferraris.
He had a day.
And on top of that, the Ferraris got outscored by a fucking Williams. By a team that they sent their former driver to. Like, it was a painful fucking day to be a Ferrari fan. And it reminded me of...
Stay up all night to watch that shit,
Oh,
too?
yeah. I stayed up till like 3 to watch it. And for that
Crust
to
in your
happen,
eyes.
hella crashes, a couple red flags. Carlos Sainz ended up crashing on lap 2. There was something that happened that I thought was really cool, though. Rookie Isaac Hadjar, he crashed on the formation lap on his very first race, which is heartbreaking to see. Mm-hmm. He gets out of the car and he's crying, like inconsolably crying. His hero is Lewis Hamilton. Mm-hmm. Immediately, Lewis Hamilton's dad goes over to the guy to like comfort him and let him know there's going to be another day. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was so cool. That was like faith in humanity restored. And to be honest, Lewis's dad at first kind of made it worse because he knows that Lewis is his hero. So he goes up to comfort him. He sees it's Lewis's dad coming up to give him a hug. Mm-hmm. It made it so much worse because he's like, oh, fuck.
No, his dad's
my hero's dad is coming to console me.
Oh,
he's going to tell Lewis I crashed.
Yeah.
It was rough. It was really rough to watch as a Ferrari fan.
And when you got to stay up late for these late midnight races, these 1 a.m. races, if you're a fan like us, bro, you would smoke a weed for an hour or two before. So
I was a little drunk. I was high.
It's 2 in the morning. There's 20 laps into like a 60, 70 lap race or whatever, and then crash, red flag, and then they delay it. It's like, fuck, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
The moment anything goes wrong in these late night races, you're going to bed.
I'm a glutton for punishment. I have to watch it until the champagne goes off. Mm-hmm. After that, I'm done. But I'm glad I watched it. It was a good race, despite my boys not doing good. There were a lot of cool moments. But it's
crazy.
It's depressing that Lance Stroll outscored 2 Ferrari cars.
It's crazy that Lance Stroll this season owns Ferrari.
Right now, yes.
They're his son.
Yes. Alonso crashed, so I was
Lance
sad
Stroll
at that.
is Lewis Hamilton's father. Dude.
He strolled to the finish line.
All my favorites crashed.
Not all my favorites.
So I thought Lance Stroll was done. That's what y'all were saying last year, I thought.
No, hell no.
I thought he was like getting kicked off. He was out of a job. Out of a job.
He's a coach's kid, bro. The coach's kid's always the worst.
So
and he's always on the team.
I was saying that Lewis probably got back to the garage and started acting like this.
I want to know why there's zero growth in this family's receipts. There's the fucking money. You're supposed to be earners. That's why you got the top tier positions. So each one of you go out to your people on the street, crack some fucking heads, create some fucking earners out there.
This is special.
The guy. We talked about this over at the other place with the guy. The councilman. What the fuck happened to that?
It petered out.
It petered out.
It died on the vine.
It died on the vine.
It died on the vine. The guy, he moved or something.
And then he's in the garage we talked about this, lap 43, before the fucking safety car, with the guy, when it started raining. Okay, nobody knows what the fuck I'm talking about. So it was rough. And my boy on Discord ended up messaging me that and saying, yeah, this is what I'm going to do. This is what Lewis is probably doing. Because, man, it was just rough. It was really, it's hard being a Ferrari fan. I'm having a hard time Forza-ing my Ferrari. It's very hard.
Forza-ing?
Forza in Italian means come on or let's go. So Forza Ferrari is the saying.
Sports just
Or they say Forza, right?
Forza, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, real quick, going back to Elon Musk, my dad finally asked who Elon Musk is. He didn't know.
I'm so jealous of your dad.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, like the ignorance is awesome.
Paradise in his mind.
He asked who's Elon Musk because he keeps seeing him with Trump.
Yeah.
So I had to break his heart and tell him about interest. I had to get rid of his ignorance. But someone I'm talking to, I told them, and they said, I would have told your dad he's the other president.
Yeah.
Like not the vice, but he's the other president.
He's the other president, Dad. What do you mean?
Oh.
No, the other president.
You know we always got one president? Yeah, well, there's two of them.
Yeah, there's the other one. He's the other Peter.
How's the other one?
Yeah. Family
Like
Guy.
Young Thug said there needs to be two Peters.
There does.
There does. Man.
There needs to be two Peters.
One doing Peter things and the other one, having adventures.
Having
That's why they
family
locked
stuff.
him up.
Yeah.
That's why they locked him. They say we have free speech in this country. It was not for gang activity.
Have
they
y'all
locked
seen
up Young
Retep?
Thug. Is this about two Peters?
No, Retep.
No.
Retep is like evil Peter.
It's when he's got a green shirt on and instead of
No.
it's like white pants, green
I've
shirt.
seen Vault Dweller Peter. I've seen Michigan Peter.
Astraphalacris.
Why do they all start with Astaghfirullah?
Yeah.
Is it because the first one was Imam Peter?
Yes.
Is that why?
It all started
They
with
all
that.
say that.
There's
Michigan
so
Peter
many.
is funny.
Now, like non-binary punk Peter starts with Astaghfirullah.
Yeah, it makes no sense. It's crazy.
And it means like, God forgive me for what I'm about to say.
Oh,
That's what
really?
it means. Because I didn't know what it meant. And I had to tell my dad, I'm like, I keep seeing it online. What does this mean?
I'm learning more about Muslim
And-
faith through Peter.
And then he was like, where did you see it? I'm like, never mind. Because I didn't want to show him fucking Imam Peter.
There's nothing. They don't understand.
Or
it.
Imam Tony Soprano. Like, there's one of the AI Chris complaining about fasting. Gee, Tone, I'm really hungry, man.
Yeah.
Astaghfirullah, Christopher.
Yeah.
You got 3 more hours. You can't fucking wait to eat.
Yes. Bro, I love it.
Yeah.
I love Family Guy. Bro, last night about like midnight, my grandma called me, and she's in the hospital. She's fine, but they had her doped up. I've never heard her so energized. She was talking so much shit last night. She called me and she's like, "This fucking nurse, she won't fucking put the TV on. I'm trying to tell her to put the TV on." And like last time I saw her, she was like, "Oh, honey." She's like 88.
She's charged up.
She's like, this fucking bitch won't let me watch my Peter.
Yeah, I've never
trying to
seen her like this in
Guy.
10
And watch
years.
my show.
Watch my Peter. I'm gonna start calling Peter.
Watch my Peter.
I'm watching Peter.
I'm watching Peter.
I'm watching Peter. You want to watch Peter?
Watching Peter.
Another point. Have you guys seen that clip of? It was a segment in South Park. It might have been a whole episode where they're making fun of Family Guy.
It was a whole episode.
Whole episode. It was like a two-parter.
Cartoon Wars. Yeah,
It was two-parter.
Yeah.
Simpsons too.
They're making fun of a show that doesn't acknowledge their existence. Now you tell me which is the bigger show.
Ooh, interesting.
South Park ain't got shit on Family Guy.
Listen, I got to
We
interject.
can't. I
I
can't.
got to interject.
We can't.
They're
we're not
two
agreeing on this
different
one.
shows for starters. They don't replace each other. One's not like you can't watch one and get the experience of the other.
It's fair, but they have a whole cinematic universe. He has American Dad. He has Cleveland Show, which
Sure.
mind you, they're not as good. I love American Dad.
Sure.
I think it's
I'm
great.
taking South Park on
Sure.
this one.
No, they do.
I got Kenny on my keys.
If it came down to a show to watch, if South Park and Family Guy's on, I'm watching Family Guy.
That's fine.
I'm taking South Park. I'm taking South.
I love Family Guy, but South Park is like better writing.
South Park's
it's like
fucking
actually
hilarious.
it actually has a plot with a plot, a B plot, and a resolution, and it actually has substance. Family Guy is very much a joke machine.
Yeah.
But
and to their point, to the South Park clip of where they were saying manatees come up.
yeah,
with
they have it's a ball system that
Yeah.
comes up with the plot.
It's kind of it's not far off.
It's totally true. Yeah,
I
But
bet
like
they were probably
they're
pissed when
ripping
they
on
saw
a
that.
show that doesn't acknowledge their existence.
But then
I'm pretty
I saw a
sure they
clip-
acknowledged it.
I saw a clip that they said people from The Simpsons and King of the Hill were calling them. They were like, "Thank you." They were like, "Thanks for making fun of Family
Wow.
Guy."
yeah. Because Family Guy was just getting. First of all, Family Guy never won an Emmy,
Family Guy also got canceled.
or is it Emmy or Emmy?
Yeah.
South Park's not been nominated for an Oscar. The movie got nominated for Oscars.
Yeah, but
South
Family
Park
Guy never
Oscars,
won an Emmy. But Simpsons got trophies on them.
The Simpsons are the Simpsons. No one's fucking with
But
the Simpsons.
right now, we're seeing the cultural relevance of Family Guy with all these memes. Like Family Guy's very relevant.
Yeah.
But When
But I feel like people
South
don't
Park
be watching
clips,
new. People watch new South Park. People don't be watching new Family Guy. People,
they do. You're right. They do. New South Park's still good. It's still good. Also, when South Park clips started getting to TikTok, the next generation, Gen Z, they got obsessed with South Park, and they watched episodes through TikTok. They watched them in like 2-minute intervals.
Yeah.
I had a big South Park kick a few years ago, like a couple of years ago, and I just like was just putting it on like every day, just like pissing away episode, just like background noise and watching it. It's really good.
Bro, Matt and Trey are honestly geniuses. I love Seth
amazing.
MacFarlane. Like what he does, his voices are funny and he has good jokes. But Trey and Matt,
Those
they
guys
actually had somebody.
fucking get it, dude.
They
Those
hired
dudes-
a guy who was infiltrating, like a spy in the Scientology religion, and he shared everything he learned with them. And then they made that episode making fun of Tom Cruise.
That was like the biggest,
awesome.
most mainstream look any like movie or TV show has ever done for Scientology.
Yeah.
That was like the
They
first
exposed
time.
all the weird shit that
literally,
they do.
That was South Park's probably the reason anyone has any opinion or an idea about what Scientology is outside of like Tom Cruise. Mm-hmm. It's like Tom Cruise in South Park is why everyone knows Scientology.
And they couldn't
is a
call
thing.
him gay, so the whole episode he's literally
In the
in
closet.
Stan's closet. And they're like, Tom, get out of the closet. He's like, I'm not in the closet. And he's just in there. He's just arguing that he's not in there. But yeah, they
Then they
exposed
have
Scientology, like, and they talked about all the weird shit that they literally believe, like that you don't
Like they believe in an alien that's going
you
to come
don't
save
actually
them.
learn that until you've put like tens of hundreds of thousands of dollars into the donations, and then they believe that like aliens came and like they live in a volcano.
They do like the spirit reading on you. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
do, like,
They gauge your thetan levels.
it
I was
all
just
made
watching
by
a
an
video.
author.
You remember that guy who did Braille skateboarding, who taught everybody how to kickflip on YouTube?
Yeah.
He's a Scientologist, and he fell off. He paid his guys like $20 an hour, and he donated $100,000 to the Church of Scientology.
Jesus.
Like this guy, the Braille skateboarding guy,
That's wild.
Do you know who invented Scientology? Do you guys know, right?
No.
Robert L. Hubbard.
L. Ron Hubbard. Yeah.
L.
Do
Ron
you know
Hubbard.
who L. Ron Hubbard is?
It's a space guy, isn't he?
No, it'd make more sense if he was a space guy. He is a science fiction author.
Yeah.
He makes books. This is like J.K. Rowling making Harry Potter and being like, this is wizardology.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
eventually
yeah.
magic's going to save us all, but we
Yeah.
don't tell you that unless you give me $80,000. Then I'll tell you the name of the wizard.
This is
And then after a
retarded.
couple- It's
Scientology
literally-
is so retarded. It's
Imagine-
the definition of retarded.
It's like George Lucas making a Star Wars religion, essentially, and being like Jar Jar Binks
and
is
they
going to save
pick
us.
on people that are like in a bad place in life. Like they get you in a bad place in life, and then they do a personality reading on you, and then they tell you you're special, and then they hope that you make money and get rich so that you can help them out.
It is kind of funny. It is. I will give them this. The building they got in Detroit looks so cool. It looks so dystopian.
I didn't actually
like,
see it.
You've never seen
Their
it downtown?
buildings do look cool.
It looks cool as shit. It's just this big Scientology. It makes it. It's like right fucking in the middle of downtown. It's right by Kobo. It's
Mark
like
said
across
he went
from Red-
inside and nobody was there.
Yeah, I believe that.
You see, Scientology is retarded. I'm not going to take out a loan to discover the meaning of life.
Real talk.
It's retarded. The meaning of life is going to Kroger's with the full bridge card and coming home and having a full fridge of groceries. And after you jack off, you still have a full fridge of groceries.
I know Neil deGrasse is sick that there's the word science in there.
Yeah.
Even though it's
You know, it
not
has nothing to do
science.
with
If you
science.
notice, it
Science-
cuts off at the C. There's no actual word science. It's just close.
You know, he's like Scientology, or as I like to call it, science fiction-tology.
Yeah. Did he say that for real?
Fucking Neil, you're so good. No, he probably look it up.
Yeah.
He probably did.
I'm going to look up Neil deGrasse Tyson on Scientology.
You know what's crazy is that it's very stupid.
Neil Tyson on...
I want to go into the church.
Scientology.
I want to see how far I can get. I think they'd take me in. I could be
You
a
have
good
to... It's all
infiltrator.
money. You have to donate like...
I have nothing to give the church.
that's all you can do. That's all they care about.
I do like how that say the South Park episode they had Tom Cruise literally working in a fudge factory, and his job was putting fudge in a box, so he was the fudge packer. So they kept calling him a fudge packer, and that was literally what he was doing. He's like, "I'm not a fudge packer."
Neil deGrasse Tyson defends Scientology? This is not what I was expecting. He says it's no different than Judaism or Christianity. Okay, so this is just him hating on any religion.
He knew better than to say it's not like Islam.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
him
yeah.
being
He knew
like
better.
that's him being just like Reddit atheist. Yeah,
Yeah, that's not him like actually praising Scientology as much as it is him like hating religion in general.
Yes, it's honestly Scientology is just like these Scientology, which was invented in like the '60s. It's just like all these religions that people have had wars over for thousands and thousands of years and have ancient scriptures about and stuff.
L. Ron Hubbard
They have
had a
just, like-
driver's license.
Yes, that's what
You
I'm
can't,
saying.
invent
like,
you can't invent a religion and have a
he
social
paid
security
taxes.
number. Yeah. That's retarded.
He made space books. He wrote space
Yeah,
books
he's literally
about
like-
aliens and creatures and interdimensional travel and shit. Like it's literally if
crazy.
J.K. Rowling made a religion. It's like,
And
this is
then
wizardology.
All the like low people that don't have money that are in it, they don't hear about that. They're like, that's ridiculous. It's not about all that stuff because you don't know yet because you don't got
you're
money.
broke.
You're broke, so you don't know the secrets.
You don't know the good stuff.
Yeah.
They don't teach you that like honey packs come out of like frisky honeys and stuff.
But Family Guy got Quagmire. Giggity goo, goo.
Family Guy does have Quagmire. And Brian the dog.
Brian the dog.
Brian
Oh my
the
god.
dog. Oh my
bro,
god.
I gotta tell you all this. I was downtown Detroit Friday night. I went to the Skip. I talked to you guys. I went to the Deluxe Flux. Saw House Party. Shout out House
Had a
Party.
night.
Shout out Moss. I met him. He's a cool guy. He does House Party. Anyway, there was a guy outside talking to one of the girls that I was with, and he's flirting with her. And he's tall. He's big. He's a big black dude. And he was cool. And he was like, and I introduced myself. I said, I'm Nick. He's like, what up? I'm Brian. And I'm like, oh, like the dog. And he stared at me for like 20 seconds.
Oh my
He was
God.
towering over me, just like staring hard as fucking, like not happy. And I was just like, I played it off. I'm just like, like the dog, like from Family Guy, Brian Griffin. And then he let up. He was cool. But he did not like it at first.
Did he not realize you were talking about Brian Griffin at first?
I don't know. And then he said, I'm just fucking with you. Luckily.
Like the dog. from
I was
Family
ready to he was about to slam me. This is a big guy. He was cool.
He did that. Like
I think because I interrupted his macking.
That'd be an honor.
Yeah, probably.
I interrupted his macking to say
make a
Brian the
Family
dog.
Guy
you were
joke,
like
yeah.
you were like one more statement away of saying you still giving away plasma and doing DoorDash.
Oh, he was analyzing the threat of what I said.
Yeah.
If I was, he's like, is what he's doing? Is it? What's the word? Is
he cock blocking?
Yeah.
He's trying to cock
Is he
block him?
compromising me right now? Hate to think about it. Brian the dog. Brian.
Hey, Brian, how much money you get from that half Coke bottle you took to Coinstar yesterday? How much money you get from that, bro? How much?
Bro, it's funny because he was trying to ask this girl that I was fucking with this girl and her friend. He was trying to hit on her friend, and he was asking her, "When can I take you out to dinner?" And she was like, "Are you looking at this?" Yeah. He was asking. He was like, "When can I take you out to dinner? When can I take you out to dinner?" The girl that I'm with told him, "I've never seen her eat. I've never seen her eat a day in my life." Like, she was helping her friend out.
Bitch is
Nice.
off photosynthesis.
Yeah, she's on dialysis.
Actually?
No,
Oh,
Yeah, shout out to dialysis.
that's
Saving
rough.
lives out
When
here.
you're on dialysis that young, man, that's rough.
no, she's not. I only say that because it's like she gets her nutrients through IV. That's what I meant. I didn't actually mean dialysis.
Does she actually?
No, but if a guy from the club is asking her if she wants to go out to dinner,
Oh, she never eats nothing.
that's what you say. She doesn't
That's
eat.
like-
I've never seen her eat. She does the young thug diet right in the IV.
What is the anti-wingman move? Because I feel like guys never have to make this, but we're like, we got to get this guy away from. We got to get my boy away from this girl. You know what
Like,
I mean,
when the girl's macking on him and he doesn't want it, or when
Yeah, but that never happens.
Or when
That's
you,
what I'm saying.
When you feel like he's macking on the wrong girl.
What I'm saying is that normally there's not some creepy, weird. A girl comes up to you and be like, here's the thing. A girl comes up to me or you or one of us, right? We're never like, look at this fucking creep to this
Yeah.
girl. But you know what I mean? Not
Yeah.
to say every girl does this, but it's like that situation doesn't happen. We're like, we got to get our boy away from this girl. Very
No.
rarely does it happen. So
No,
it's like,
there's-
what is. So
That's if he's really drunk and you could tell that she's got an Adam's apple and he can't.
Oh,
Our version of being a wingman is like setting guys up. The female version of being a wingman is like, yeah, also setting, their girlfriends up with a cool guy. But also there's
Getting them away.
more often than not, it's not a cool guy. And they're trying to get them away
Yeah,
from
yeah.
that.
The
And
female version,
not hurt their feelings. Not be like, get the fuck out of here,
Yeah.
brokey, you fucking ugly. But
the
like,
female
whatever.
version of being a wingman is shutting the fuck up and turning around. Because the
Basically,
second their
yeah.
friend opens their mouth, it becomes a cock block.
No, every girl has a big friend that's their wingman to
fridge.
push them away. I need you. I can't hook up with anybody tonight. I have a UTI. I need you. If any guys are talking to me, I need you to push them. I need you to push me away because you know how I get when I'm drunk. I might fuck them with the UTI.
There's that famous clip of the girl like dancing with the guy, and then the fridge friend comes over. Brr, brr.
I haven't seen that. She like grabs her friend by the arm.
Yeah, and her friend was having a good time. The guy was having a good time, and she just this fucking 700-pound woman grabs this
Game is
poor
game.
120-pound girl out of
Game
the
is
clutches.
game.
I guess
She could have been dancing with her husband.
who knows? I guess
We'll never know because that fat bitch had to pull her away.
I guess I'm grateful I don't have to lie to strangers to be like, oh yeah, she doesn't eat. Like, all right, cool. Now this guy won't talk to you anymore. I'm glad we don't have to lie to people to be like, get the fuck out of here.
That's the
girl.
thing, though. For all we know, that girl, the pretty girl who got pushed away, she asked her fat friend beforehand.
Yeah, I have
a UTI.
Yeah.
Don't let me
I'm a
get-
whore. You know, I'm a shameless whore.
I'll hump
I love
anything
how
moving,
UTIs
man. I'm a
become
nasty
crucial
porn
to this.
star.
UTI.
You'll hump anything moving, man.
I got a UTI,
know-
baby. Woo!
It makes me think like the opposite. You know, if you want, like, if she wants the girl to like wing woman for her, you want her to shut the fuck up.
No,
You want her to not do anything.
No, the thing is, the wingman for women is the opposite for men.
Yeah.
She
The
doesn't.
wingman for men comes up and says, "Hey, bro, you remember that 50 bands you let me borrow?"
Yeah. But women, it's to get them out of there.
Yeah, because
It's not to hook them up. It's to get them out of there.
Yeah.
Because
Protect
girls
them.
don't
It's
need a
protection.
wingman. All they
don't.
got to do is stand there.
Yeah.
All they got to do is stand there.
Yeah.
But they need someone to fight the creeps.
Yes.
'Cause it can one-on-one
Yes.
situations. You know what I mean? You get cornered. You put
The second-
armor.
But it is true
you
that
put
big
your
girls
arm
do
over-
like try to cock block.
The second I am talking to a girl and her friend says she doesn't eat or she doesn't go out while we're actively out in a scenario
Yeah.
where I just saw
Doesn't
you
go out.
drinking,
Yeah.
that tells me everything I need to know. Either you're not interested or you're both not interested, and I'm gonna walk away.
Right.
There's the Riz Cam on Instagram. He goes up to girls and like tries to talk to them, and the second they look away, look at their phone, or like seem disinterested, mid sentence he turns around and walks away. And that's what we need to start doing as
No,
men.
no.
Yes.
No, we
Why
don't.
are
I
you
don't think
Why
so.
are you pressing non-interest? You need to take the hint and just fucking keep it moving. Shoot again. Don't stop shooting. But the second you realize that ball ain't going
sassy.
in, dip. It ain't sassy.
It is.
sassy.
If you're
It's
like
sassier to sit there
reading
and
into
say,
something,
actually, you do eat. You can't survive without eating.
I will say this.
That's sassy.
She don't really eat is like a more believable lie than she don't go out. Oh, really? It's 1 a.m. on a Friday night. We're
Well,
both
you're
drink-
actively
Oh,
out.
cool. She's in her 20s. It's a Friday night, and she's like,
If I was that man,
pretty.
if
She
I was
doesn't
that
go
man,
out.
I would
Yeah.
prefer you tell me she doesn't like black guys. I'd prefer you
how
just
safe
say
do you think that is?
Might be
In an alley in
understandable.
Detroit.
Might be to the black guy.
I don't think any of it's safe anymore, man. Women be getting targeted, bro.
It's a shame.
Because man, there's a
I
gooner epidemic.
heard somebody say that
a
the
creep
same
epidemic.
feeling we feel going 180 in a car and being a race car driver and being on a motorcycle is the same feeling they feel walking in a dark alley by themselves.
Honestly, it's kind of believable. Some alleys, some
Right.
neighborhoods,
That's like their thrill. Like, oh, I'm scared.
I remember I was in Kalamazoo one time. It was in like downtown Kalamazoo, and it was like kind of a shithole. And we're at an anime convention, and I was with some girls, and then I was like, we were walking back to the hotel from the convention. I was like, dude, if I was the only guy there, I'm like, if I wasn't here, I'm like, you people would have been fucked. Like, I literally saw like a guy who was not homeless. He did not look homeless. I'm just basing this off. I'm pretty sure he got him out of the car. I saw him run down an alley, a duck, and pull his pants down to take a shit. Kalamazoo is one of those places where people actually like hang out at the gas station when it's
like
like not
Ypsilanti.
open. Yeah, it wasn't
There's
very.
a big old water tower.
It was the only time I was like, thank God. It was one of the only times where I've been anywhere. I'm like, thank God. I'm like, I'm here as the man, so no one tries anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, they'd be getting targeted.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to go down a dark alley. But I haven't been. I'm grateful enough to not have been to the hood many times. Now I know what the hood is. Maybe once. Real talk.
We have to chill
Well-
out and just smoke real quick.
I've been to the projects, and I think a lot of y'all are overreacting. Real talk. You drive past a liquor store and a check cashing place, and now you wanna lock your doors. What the fuck? Well, I think you're being a little racist, and I think you watch a little too much Fox News. Real talk. Well, I hate to break it to you. Just cause you on 8 and Woodward looking at a deja vu strip club does not mean you're in the hood. Real talk. Well, just the other day, I was at a red light and someone came up to my window and I didn't roll that shit down. Real talk. Real talk. Well, I went to raise check cash.
I got some crispy, crunchy chicken, and then I cashed my check, and he only took $10 out.
Real
The
talk.
problem is, it was for $810, and the check came back with $790. Motherfucker, where is the extra $10 I was supposed to get? Real talk. You either give me that $10 or some free chicken, or I'm gonna spin this whole bitch upside down in this motherfucker tonight. Real talk.
Hey, boss man, can you cash this check for me? I got about 12 hours of overtime on this roofing check. Real talk. Can I get a bottle of Douce and cash this check and let me get a pack of Newports? Real talk. Well, my girl also wants a bucket of chicken, so just take it off my check. Real talk. What the fuck? I had a $1,300 check. Why the fuck you give me $400 cash?
Real talk.
That is the life.
What do you mean my last check bounced? That shit was as good as gold.
Real talk.
What do you mean you want me to take this check to raise check cash?
Real
Hey,
talk.
if you're still getting your checks cashed at the liquor store, stop it. Knock it off.
Yeah,
But
Get
that's
a
in the
fucking
appeal.
bank account.
We were talking about that. Yeah, like if you're grown and you don't have a fucking bank account, bro.
You could get
It
Chime,
is like
bro.
the
You
thing
could get
is,
anything
I see
at this point.
I
Yeah.
see the appeal of it because I did have a summer where I was a trade worker and I got a check. If I took my check and took a picture, I wouldn't get the money that day. If I took it to the bank, I wouldn't get the money that day. So I'd have to cash at a liquor store and then
Oh, okay, sure. Oh,
Pass it
sure.
to me.
Sure. I passed it to Flair.
No, you passed it to me.
Well, you passed it to me.
I gave it
I
to
went
you.
this way.
I gave it to you from Flair.
Here we go, guys.
here we go.
We have the footage now.
We have the
I
footage.
have it
Run it.
printed out.
We have
the
it.
replay.
I have it printed out.
I have it.
I
have
passed
it
the joint to
printed
Flair,
out.
and you tried to take a hit. That shit ain't fair.
And one.
Bitch, I wish you would steal my motherfucking joy. Real talk. You trying to jump in the roto, you called it interception on that bitch ass.
Bitch, yo, no man, yo, jealous ass, no man, having assholes. I always smoke up all my gas and drink all my Douce.
Just because I passed it to Flair and you intercepted it doesn't mean that you can interrupt the rotation on the joint. Real talk.
Dude, this summer I was a trade worker. I would go to the liquor store, but it was nice because I would cash my check, and you know what I would do?
Sorry,
I literally would.
Ooh, hit that boy.
It was like a very nice, regular ass, peaceful existence. I would go cash my check, and then I would grab some chicken from the hot deli food counter in the liquor store. I would walk up there with like a case of beer. I'd get a pack of cigarettes. I'd get like some chicken and sides and have it all taken out in my check. And then I would hit the dispensary on the way home. And then just like that, because I thought I was having so much fun, like a fourth of my paycheck was gone
He's got
every
$5
Friday.
left.
I had nothing to show for it. That was a very stupid existence. That's what happens
Yeah.
when you get fucking your check cashed at the liquor store and you're degenerate. There's too much temptation.
Bitch,
And it
why you
wasn't just
take
me.
$4 out my $300 check?
Real talk. It was a line of people in highlighter orange shirts just doing the same shit.
I have it. I have it printed out.
I have it printed out.
There's a bunch of guys in highlighter orange shirts just giving the liquor store just $100 off their check every Friday from between cashing it and buying beer and lottery and
See, you did it
cigarettes
again.
and food.
I've been passing it to the left.
That's not true.
Yes.
We have to run it back.
I lit it, passed it to him. I then took it from him, gave it to you.
That's why I think you passed it to me, because you handed
Yes,
it. You were the middle
probably,
man.
yeah.
Man, if y'all just gonna pass all my gas around
Bro,
everywhere
if you
on the
gonna
podcast,
if you gonna keep drinking,
You know what's funny?
Drinking my Michelobes and fucking up rotation,
know what's
bro.
funny?
Let me know so I can stop sharing with you, bro.
It's funny because this is your weed. This is your joint.
Yeah.
It's not
but
even
still,
mine.
it's his gas.
Let me know so I
It's
can
his
stop sharing
gas.
with you, bro.
Damn. Real talk.
Let me pull up the clip again. Let me know
Please.
so I can stop sharing with
It's
you.
all come back. It all goes back to Douce and
Okay.
gas.
If you really felt the way with me and you was drinking all my Douce, you smoking all my gas, tell me that shit while you drinking and smoking my shit. So I'll stop staring with you.
Stop staring with you.
Drinking and smoking about
is
shit.
who he meant? Do you? I like to think that he did not send that directly to who he was talking about. That was a sub-tweet
Yes.
story. Yeah.
He was like being interviewed.
Oh, he was
Yeah.
being interviewed. Mm-hmm. Real talk.
I can't remember the last. I'm like, yo, so and so drank all my booze.
I pass you the weed and you pass it to the left.
Oh, don't do that.
Once
Don't
you're-
do that.
Once you're not getting drunk in a garage anymore, I feel like that's when you need to stop caring about that. That's a good.
When you're complaining about the fucking
Dude,
the
he
bottle.
drank all my booze, bro. Bro, come on, bro. We
That's
both
just-
went half on the bottle. I had like
if you
4
really
shots.
felt
You
the
had
way-
like 6.
That's so funny.
And you
I'm gonna
drinking
start
all
doing
my
that.
Duke say
It's
you
such a
smoking
dumb
all my
thing to
gas.
argue about.
Tell me that shit while you drinking and smoking my shit. So I stop sharing with you. If you really felt
I stopped sharing with you.
Going in on
He's either got, like,
going in on an eighth when you're like our age now. You know what I mean? When like they're giving away weed is
When
hilarious.
eighths are like $17.
It's
everyone
insane.
everyone throw 5. We'll pitch in on an eighth.
I literally went out. We went out somewhere the other night, and they were just literally. I'm not joking. They were giving away weed. I still have edibles and infused joints that they gave me for free. I paid $0 to walk in.
That is the silver lining in this nation's economy right now is that everything in the world has gone up in price, but god damn it, weed just keeps getting cheaper.
Weed
Yeah.
and TVs are cheap.
Yes. Oh, they're giving away TVs too. You can get a fucking 60-inch smart TV for fucking
$200.
$40. $40 $40 for a mail-in rebate. They don't give a fuck no more.
Yeah, it's just some brand you've never heard of.
Yeah.
Sakaro.
I think they just made too many TVs, and like there's not enough demand to keep up with the supply, so they just have an excess of TVs. I'm good.
Yeah, bro. I'm all right. Yeah.
Oh, y'all are good.
Oh, we're
Yeah.
good. Yeah. Man, you can get a
I
great
guess I'm
deal.
bad
bro.
then.
Bro, I got a TKDY TV for fucking $60 at Amazon. Fucking 80 inches, bro. Smart TV, 4K.
Damn.
Yeah, TKDYZ. That's not a TV brand. It's all these fake ass brands. Where did TCL come from? Everyone got a TCL.
I got a
TV
TCL.
They gotta be
I got
Korean.
a TCL. TCL.
TCL and Hisense, I think, are both.
Hi, those are
Yeah.
like the lower.
Those are the new ones.
But TCL has a pretty decent TV for $300.
Yeah, they do. My TV is a TCL. I like
Good
my.
TV.
I love my TV.
55 inches. Pause.
Yeah.
Smart TV, Roku built in.
Okay,
and it's not the slow Roku either. It's like the quick one.
My shit quick.
Yeah.
I think I have the hierarchy figured out right here. All right, so Hisense, right? Hisense is
No.
like all right, fair enough. Hisense is like soft soap. You know what I mean? The dollar shit with the fish on it. And then TCL, that's like the middle tier. Maybe that's like a Bath and Body Works hand wash or soap, right? You know, a little something nice.
Yeah.
Maybe a Dove. And then you walk in, these motherfuckers got a Samsung flat screen. Bro, that's the Myers hand soap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's that expensive.
Or like
A
Sony.
Oh, my God. You got a name brand TV. When was the last time you guys seen a name brand TV?
It's been a while. Everybody
name
got
brand,
LG
yeah,
now.
Name brand
Yes.
Curve TV is like, you know, their kids didn't go to college because they got that TV.
Curved came and went, I feel like.
Yeah.
It was dope though.
It was.
was
You
kinda
see
cool.
more curved monitors than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. the
Because you got to be
extra
close to appreciate it.
Could you imagine like someone brings you over to watch cable and he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna watch it on my monitor."
wides.
And it's only like
a
30
curved
inches, but it's a
monitor.
monitor. It's the frame rate though.
You're all hovering around this computer desk.
Brother, I don't give a fuck about the picture. As long as it's somewhat clear and it's bigger than 55 inches, we're golden.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. Curved. If this TV was curved and you're on the couch, you don't. The curve doesn't. You don't
not
get
nice.
anything out of it because you're not.
It's a fucking gimmick.
It's meant for a monitor for like a small screen.
So you can play your
if you're on the
your
computer.
Counter Strikes,
Right,
and
or
your,
whatever.
in your leagues, and
Yeah.
that is always what's funny about computer gaming. Is like I feel like the people I know with like the most craziest setups play like the most horseshit games that are like 10 years old and don't need all these bells and whistles. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop $2,000 on this PC, and you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna play Counter Strike and League of Legends. These games that have been out since I was
Rainbow
in like
Six
fucking high
Siege.
school. Yeah, I'm gonna play Siege.
There's a new Rainbow Six game they dropped finally.
Oh, really?
After 10 years.
The whole
gamer hour.
conversation about like TVs and monitors reminds me of this right here.
All right, that's enough of this insubordination.
Oh, wait. Hang on. Here it is.
Split into schisms, some studios backing Blu-ray disc, others backing HD DVD. People thought it would come down to pixel rate or refresh rate, and they were pretty much the same. What it came down to was a combination of gamers and porn. Now, whichever format porno
is
backs
this?
is usually the one that becomes the most successful. But, you know, Sony, every PlayStation 3 has a Blu-ray.
You talking to me this whole time?
You talking to me this whole time?
I'm talking to whoever.
What is that from?
Tropic Thunder.
He's talking about the PS3.
He's talking about Blu-ray versus DVD.
HD
He's like, what it came down to was gamers and porn.
Nice.
He's like, well, the PS3 has a Blu-ray. And then Robert Downey Jr. turns around. You talking to me this whole time?
That's good.
He's like, well, I was talking to whoever was listening.
Slims, have you seen Tropic Thunder?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
God,
It's classic.
It's a good one.
The movie's so fucking good.
I like Tropic Thunder. Robert Downey.
Come
Good
on
guy.
the pod, Dr. Doom.
Yeah, Robert Downey.
Come on
I'm
the
sure,
pod.
You know what? Let me check my DMs. I think I have a message. I think he's in
not
my
busy.
request.
He's not doing shit.
He ain't on shit. No.
You know, remember Martin, the guy who interrogates his Elmo?
Yes.
A guy who interrogates
Martin
his Elmo.
Sabalos. Yeah.
So he's back on TikTok. He's been kind of popping up on my feed. I commented
Today's
on
subject, slavery.
yeah. I commented on his recent post of him interrogating a big bird.
So what are we talking about? I haven't
show
described this
you.
video to me.
Pull up the best of Martin.
Is this a guy just?
This guy.
Oh, I've seen this guy.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he used to be on
Cap.
Food-
was asking me about people coming into my house and assaulting me and my wife and hurting
Yes.
us and stuff.
Lighting
Keep
my brother
coming,
Josh
and,
on fire.
I'm supposed to kill some people or blow up a school or shoot up a police department or something like that, and they promised to leave us alone. So if I do those things, they promise to leave us alone. So in this repetitive sequence, a little boy told me, babies are made by kissing a girl with tongue, and my wife, over the holidays, gave me some tongue. So I'm going to spit on this, and then I'll tell him if he's right and I'm pregnant. But he told me babies are made when a girl kisses a boy with tongue. So I'm going to buy one of these, and I'm going to spit on it.
He's gonna spit on
And
a
if it,
pregnancy test.
comes back positive, he'll be right. But there's a good chance I'm pregnant for a 7-year-old boy.
Bro.
I've seen this guy
This
before.
one.
He used to be on Food's Gone
What I
Wild all the
spy with
time.
my little eye. Block watch.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me if I'm autistic. I'm autistic as shit.
Yeah, that guy's
That's a
great.
classic.
So he's been back at large.
Oh, he's back. Okay, nice.
And I commented
Now I
on
get
his most recent post with the podcast account.
Mm-hmm.
I said, come on the pod.
Maybe we can get him on. That'd be awesome.
He'd
we need
be
to
really
get more
good.
schizophrenics on here.
Yeah.
They're right
Tony
up our alley.
Johns getting written up at work for telling his manager, tell your wife I said hi.
What's his name again?
Martin Cabello.
Martin Cabello.
Tony
Yeah.
Johns has officially. Bring up Tony Johns again. He's officially entered low cow territory. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
He's reaching the ranks of like Chris Chan and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
100%.
Which my girlfriend had asked me what Chris Chan was, and I was like, God damn it! Like I never wanted. No one wants to answer that question to
Yeah.
a girl. What's Chris Chan? It's like fuck. I'm like, here's like she's like, someone should make a documentary about them. I'm like, trust me. I'm like, look it up on YouTube. They'll
There it
find
is.
50 videos that are 3 hours long.
Yeah.
I'm like, here's a speed run. Someone had a lower speed run. I'm like, 15 minutes. I'm just skipping through. It's like, oh, then his house burned down. It's like, then he like fucked his grandma's corpse. I'm like, you get the idea. I was like, it's just some crazy guy on the internet. That's all you need to know.
Isn't he like out and about right now?
He's in jail.
Oh.
Fuck. Let's write to him.
Him and Diddy and Joseph Bankman-Fried are all hanging out.
But honestly, that's what the internet should be. I want less guys.
How would Chris Chan and P. Diddy jail lunch go? Jail dinner with Chris Chan and Diddy?
Diddy's just there upset that nobody would sit with him. And then Chris Chan sits down with the Sonic Chew pendant on. Like he made one in jail too.
He's trying to steal his exclusive noodles.
You know, Mr. Diddy, I made the most well-known Sonic OC of all time.
What's
It is.
Sonic OC?
Sonic
Could you
Chew.
tell me about that?
That's like one of the most. It is very famous. Sonichu is iconic, whether you like it or not. Did you guys know? Did you guys see what I sent you the other day? Maruchan makes prison and jail exclusive ramen flavors.
Are you serious?
I swear to God. For some reason, our ramen came up in my recommended on Reddit, and someone's asking, "Is this flavor exclusive to jail and prison?" And they're like, "Yeah, you can only buy it on like wholesale prison food websites or whatever."
What?
You can tell because it's in a clear packaging. You know, like the little noodle
Yeah.
packets that are like 20 cents?
Yeah.
These ones have a clear package where you can see the noodles. And
So
there's
you
like
can't sneak a little dagger in.
no, there's yeah,
Hot
they're like
and
prison-
spicy vegetable
Yes.
is a prison exclusive, as well as chili flavor.
Chili flavor.
They have
Cajun shrimp.
Yeah, show him.
Yeah, look at it. You see how it's clear?
Yeah.
That blows
It's
my
kinda
mind.
baller.
They almost like that blows.
Cajun chicken, Texas beef.
Hey, that was some. What's that
Listen.
fucking grape jelly? mix.
Goober grape.
Yeah, that
You
was
could buy
some
some
Goober
on
grape.
DD Vending, which is a vendor for prisons.
See, everyone's always like, "Oh my God, check this out! I have a Japanese Pepsi. Check out these, Chinese hot pot flavored Lay's." That's the real exotic snack right there. Prison exclusive instant ramen.
That's fucking amazing.
And it's like, do they only have this in jail or is it prison? Like, what is it? You know what I mean? Like, where do they have this? Is it only in certain parts of the country? Are these for federal prisons only? Are these for state prisons? Well, I need to know.
I know there's probably just a couple companies that distribute to jails. And
But the
prisons.
thing is, you can buy this shit. You can't. Why can't you buy this shit at a grocery store? These flavors sound awesome, don't they?
You can order them through Walmart, apparently.
Why can't you buy? Why can't I go to Kroger's and buy Cajun shrimp?
Walmart got them.
Walmart has them online, but the
Walmart
website,
got everything
the
online.
website that vends to prisons that you can get it through, you can get 8 of them for $22.75 after shipping.
Nice.
And you have to make an account.
And do you have to have a fake LLC?
$23.
Prison LLC.
$23 for 8 packs of ramen. That's where you miss me.
Yeah, but it's Zaz. Oh, but people will buy $9 for a bag of freeze dried Skittles.
I don't buy exotic snacks. I hate freeze-dried candy. It fucking hurts my teeth. I think it's the worst invention ever. Freeze-dried candy is fucking disgusting. Do yourself a favor and go spend $11 on a freeze-dried bag of candy.
Never have.
Take 2 bites, and then you're going to feel so much better about yourself that you're not one of those faggots that eats those all the time.
I'm not a fan.
I've never tried it because I see the price of it. I'm like, well,
it's so expensive.
They have the bag of Skittles for $2.29. Then they have the freeze dried bag of Skittles for like $7, and I'm like, it's not that much
I'm
more.
outing my brother as
because you own a freeze dryer. A freeze dryer is like $8,000. It's not that much
I'm
more.
outing my brother as a freeze-dried eater.
Oh,
he
childish.
bought freeze-dried Airheads before. They were actually pretty
Yeah,
good.
the TikTok
but the
ass
Skittles
candy.
are miserable, man. It's so bad.
That
The
doesn't sound
Skittles
like
are
fun.
miserable.
Yeah. I'm looking at my YouTube right now, and Stephen A. made a video called Ben Shapiro, I Have a Message for
Oh,
You.
that's not to be good.
He's shooting on Ben Shapiro for 20 minutes.
That is a debate I want to see.
Stephen A.
Bro, he's been kind of going off lately. They're gonna assassinate
political.
Stephen A.
he's talking
Nobody
too
on
much.
the internet is Team Stephen A. Everybody is glazing LeBron.
Yeah.
Well, how come you didn't have that energy in front of him? If he would have yelled at LeBron, they would have kicked him out immediately.
Yeah.
He probably would have lost his job at ESPN.
Yeah, yeah, it is interesting. I'm still Team Stephen A. We've already talked about that.
Shamander.
Shamander.
That's need I say more?
Shamander.
But man,
We don't know
I
how
hope
to
they don't
stop,
take out our boy, bro.
We don't know how to
Stephen
stop
A.
Luka Doncic and the hop, skip, skiddly do.
I hope they don't take out our boy, bro.
They can't get rid of him.
What if
they can't?
What if they
can't
try to
silence him?
What if they publicly assassinate Stephen A. Smith in front of everybody?
Oh my God! Like a
And
Times
it
Square.
starts World War III.
The fact that
He'd
Stephen
be the
A.
Franz Ferdinand
the fact
for
that
World War
Stephen A.
III.
would get like assassinated, and like Elon's still walking free, Jeff Bezos is still walking free. There's a lot of people like
Well, those are the people that set the hits.
Stephen A. deserves a hairline.
Yes, I agree. Stephen
You
A.
know,
deserves
like,
a hairline.
Your boy, what's his name?
Mike Florio.
Mike Florio does not deserve a hairline. Out of the 50 people
No.
you can name that deserve a hairline,
boy?
more,
Did you call
that's
him
your
my
boy.
boy?
Your boy.
That's your
I
boy
fucking
right
hate
there.
Mike Florio.
That's
Put that
why
on
he's your
wax,
boy.
bro. Fuck you, Mike Florio. I do not like you.
So my Steelers take kind of age like milk because Russell Wilson wants to leave. Justin Fields left.
Yeah, man.
Mason Rudolph is their quarterback, so they got Mason Rudolph throwing to DK Metcalf and George Pickens and all them. So my new hot take is the Seattle Seahawks are going to make the Super Bowl.
Sam Darnold and
Sam Darnold, Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp. Yeah.
Yep.
White boy
and it's going to be
connection.
the Seahawks versus the Raiders.
Is Kupp going to be the wide receiver?
Let me say
one?
that weed was pretty
Yes.
strong.
He's not good for wide
That
receiver.
weed was
one.
pretty strong. I think it hit you a little harder than the both of us.
Yeah. And this one's going to age like milk again. Just
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Listen,
you don't bet on
the
Sam Darnold.
The
No.
week 0 Seahawks and Raiders have won the trade deadline.
The who?
The week 0 Seahawks and Raiders have won free agency.
I don't
They're
think
hot.
top
They're the
five.
hottest team right
No,
now.
There's
no.
one.
Bears won free agency more than them.
There's only
No, I
one
disagree.
move.
Well, maybe.
There's only one move in football that matters and that I care about. And if God is real, if the football gods are real, if the shit being funny
where he's
gods
going
are
with this.
real, for the love of God, Let Aaron Rodgers play on the Vikings and do the full
It's
Brett
seemingly
Favre.
going to
For
happen.
the love of God, let that happen.
It could
please.
happen.
He's kept his mouth shut. We haven't heard anything from Aaron Rodgers, and everyone's like, "Oh wow, he's like being chill." It's like, all right, being quiet for 2 months doesn't make you Mr. Humble.
Yeah,
but if he
the
plays,
Steelers don't want him.
He's got to go full Brett Favre, I'm afraid, bro. And then J.J. McCarthy can train under Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers can throw to Justin Jefferson. They'll probably do okay, but it'd be so fucking funny. I would laugh about it for like 2 years. That'd be the funniest shit ever.
Didn't Devontae Adams leave?
Yeah. Where is he at now? Devontae Adams. I know.
He plays for the Wizards now. He's their center.
No,
He's coming off the bench for the Pistons.
He's going to the Mavericks because they have like 7 players that can suit up right now.
Yep, he's on the Rams now. Stafford to Devontae Adams.
That's pretty fire.
And Puka Nacua.
And
he's
Puka.
going to the Chiefs.
That's going to be a pretty good team.
And DeAndre Hopkins went to the Ravens, right?
Yeah, let's see. I don't know.
Messi went to the Chiefs.
Messi goes to the Chiefs. We're winning the World Cup.
Messi's the field goal kicker?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
he replaces
he's on
Harrison.
the Ravens.
What a scumbag.
Yo, if Messi wants to actually be the GOAT, he should... Hold on. Maybe this is a great idea. Hold on. If Messi actually wants to be like the GOAT athlete, he needs to be a kicker on a football team and win a Super Bowl. Imagine if he was the field goal kicker.
Yeah,
all you got to do is kick a couple balls a few times a game. He's got the foot for it.
Even if, excuse me, even if he gets the,
I wonder how many people just yawned listening to that.
Probably
no, hear me out. That'd be amazing, dude. You'd be the first person to win a World Cup and a Super Bowl.
I was gonna say, even if he
I'm not just
gets,
high. This is cool.
Even if he just gets the longest field goal ever, he would be the greatest.
This is fucking that's fucking cool, bro.
If he takes that away
Field
from Justin Tucker,
goal.
Field goal. Listen, who played? Deion Sanders played football and baseball, right?
Yep.
So did Bo Jackson.
Yep.
Neither of them won. You know what I mean? Both.
Neither of them
trophies.
won both, but I know Deion played in a Super Bowl and a World Series.
Imagine being a champion of both kinds of football. That's what I'm saying.
That'd be crazy.
See? Hollywood, hit me up, bro. We can make a movie out of this. Yeah, actually, it doesn't even have to be messy. It can be a fictional story.
I heard that a candy movie's happening.
A candy movie? What
Remember
candy?
we talked about this, like episode 11 or something?
I will fucking kill myself if someone's making a Nerds movie or an Eminem movie. What movie? What candy?
It's a certain brand. I can't remember.
The Hershey movie?
No, it was a brand that I wasn't expecting.
We need to look this up. Candy movie.
It wasn't Mars. It was like...
The Nik-L-Nip movie.
I mean, they did the Emoji movie, so it's like Stranger Things. The Candy movie. I mean, the Eminem movie makes a lot of sense. They already got the characters.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
They had to have stolen our idea. Sorry, they had to have stolen our idea. Dude.
You remember Nickel-Nips?
Yeah, the wax juice soda
That's
candy.
the movie they're choosing. Yeah.
Nickel-Nips.
Yeah. The Nickel-Nips.
That movie gonna make $80.
That movie's gonna make more than Nickel-Nips have ever made in their life.
Yo, I'll fuck up a whole row of Nickel-Nips right now. I'll take it all to the head. Just chew it all.
I can't find it.
The Nickel-Nip suicide. The suicide flavor of Nickel-Nips. All the sodas at once.
I'm not gonna lie, I had a crazy shit one time.
Off the Nickel-Nips?
After eating.
Did you eat the wax?
Yeah.
You swallowed it?
I'm kidding.
Oh.
The wax.
Eating the whole thing was crazy.
Maybe next week we have to have a quick
Nickel-Nip taste session. They all taste the same.
Nickel-Nip mania. We choose the best flavor.
Blue was my favorite as a kid.
I don't even know what we're talking about. Nickel-Nip?
Nickel-Nips.
Look it up.
Oh my
They're
God.
Niklnip.
They're wax bottles of soda, and they have juice inside, and you chew the wax.
I
get the
hated
juice out.
these.
Oh no, they're crazy. They're about. What do you mean you hate them?
I hate these.
Well, you'd be alone on this because they're making a movie about them.
Yeah.
You hear? They're making a Nickel-Nip movie.
Nickel-Nip
Yeah,
versus Necco Wafer Infinite
Nickel-Nip
Universe.
movie.
That's the name of the movie.
Dude, what are you talking, dude? Have you seen the cast? Dude,
No.
Glenn Powell is playing the orange Nickel-Nip.
Oh my God.
Chris Pratt is playing the blue Nickel-Nip. Zendaya is doing the yellow Nickel-Nip. It's an all-star cast.
What's the plot?
Who's red? Get this, Idris Elba. Yeah.
Wow.
What's happening with...
Meryl Streep is playing the purple Nickel-Nip. Daniel Day-Lewis is the green.
Dog.
Oh.
Oscar award winners.
That's insane, bro. Nickel-Nip? I didn't even... How'd you know the name?
Nik-L-Nip.
I used to buy them all the time when I was like 7, when I was like a little kid. Yeah.
See him at Cracker
We
Barrel.
didn't have them at my
This is
store.
gonna make me sound like I'm 1,000 years old, but I'm just not. But like when I was like a kid, there was a candy store in town. I go buy Nickel-Nips
Yeah.
and Jawbreakers. Yeah,
Yeah, hell
Fun
yeah.
House Candy. R.I.P.
Yep. Is that the one that had like the mystery machine and the half A-team van?
You're
outside?
thinking of Doc Sweets.
Okay.
The other candy store that came after they left. See, at one point in town, there were 2 candy stores. Believe it or not, across the street from each other, like a Walgreens CVS
It's a lot of
situation.
candy.
This was the 2000s. This was not the 40s. The 2 candy stores in town. We've come so far. Nowadays, it'd be fucking two snowflake Starbucks across the street from each other, you know. You know, Brandon took away all the candy stores, unfortunately. It's a fucking shame.
With that COVID stuff.
Ah, yes. You are now listening to the Nik-L-Nip Podcast. All your favorite flavors are here. Blue, green, red, yellow, purple, and my favorite, orange. With your host, Herbert H. Knickerbocker. Hello, I'm Herbert Knickerbocker. You are now listening to the Nik-L-Nip Podcast, where we discuss old-fashioned sweets and candies and
Yeah.
all sorts of different confectionaries.
Confectionaries?
Today we have the elusive Jawbreaker. Now, I know the candy sounds quite dangerous, but you will find, if you open your mind a little bit, you will find the Jawbreaker to be quite mouth-watering. More than jawbreaking. Folks, my guest here is my colored servant who has brought me
Oh my god.
and the old-timey candy podcast.
No.
Yo,
Don't do that.
no.
Don't do that.
Hey, yo, shout out Scott Joplin, the entertainer. What a fire-ass track
Yeah.
like there.
Yeah, honestly.
Yo, make some motherfucking noise for Scott Joplin. Yo, he's
Scott
playing
Joplin.
entertainer at the club.
Wait. Scott Joplin was black?
Hell yeah, he was.
Wow.
Made an all-time banger in 10 Penny Alley. Y'all know nothing. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all don't know fucking shit about 10 Penny Alley, bro. Don't get me started. Don't get me started on my Broadway history. Now I'm fired up.
Back in Scott Joplin's day, for a nickel, you could go down to the movies, the soda parlor, the candy store, and still have 3 dimes left over. Somehow you have dimes out of 1 nickel. Mm-hmm.
I watched an old movie this weekend, 70s movie, the Shaggy D.A. Have y'all ever heard of it?
No.
Oh, was that was the first male female pornographic scene. Yes, the
No.
Shaggy D.A.
No.
It was two
The shaggy dick
It was
and
2
ass.
shaggy men and a shaggy woman.
No, man. It was I
And
forgot
that's the shit where the guy turns into a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, he's becoming the district attorney. He's trying to fight this case against this criminal senator.
Oh, that's the one with the dog, right?
Yeah, and he becomes the shaggy dog, and he turns into. It doesn't make any sense because like the dog is the ice cream man's dog.
Yeah.
His name is Woodrow or something.
Of course. Yeah.
You know, something like that.
Oh, I know him.
Yeah.
He sold me a Nik-L-Nip.
And the dog exists, right? So when this Latin ring gets found and they read the inscription, then the dog disappears and the guy becomes the dog.
Oh.
So
then there were like points in the movie where it's obviously a dog costume.
and a guy in a costume.
Yeah.
Oh my
Is this
god.
the shit where the dog punches a guy?
Yeah, no, the best part is when they go through the effort of there's a halfway point. When he's becoming the dog, they just cover him in fur and he's still just a guy until he becomes the actual dog. It's so ridiculous. I highly recommend it. There's a scene where he punches a guy and jumps out a window and he rappels down a rope.
I've seen that.
And it's just a guy in a costume.
Yeah. I remember now.
It drags at the end. It's like 90 minutes. It could have been 70, I feel like, but it was funny.
I bet if Scott Joplin did the soundtrack, it'd be fantastic. What a fire track. The Ice Cream Man theme song. It was so good, the Ice Cream Men have never bothered to use anything else since.
There's one more song that I really like. It's not an ice cream song, but it's like
It's not an ice cream.
They play it at like the circus and shit.
Why is it so
It's
funny
like
to clarify?
it's like do 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 do.
Oh, yeah.
Do 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 do.
That's a banger.
I don't know what it's called.
Can we hum a melody into Google? It'll know. I feel like they have the technology.
Yeah,
for
but
that
I
now.
tried before and it didn't work, and it made me feel retarded and tone deaf.
Scott Joplin's ancestors come on the pod. You rich fucks. The royalties you've gotten from Ice Cream Men playing that song over the years. You guys have plenty of
The
time
amount
on
of
your
free
hands.
Choco Tacos you've gotten has probably killed off his whole lineage.
They all got diabetes.
Yeah, they all lost their feet.
What's the last ice cream y'all had?
Last
wow.
night I had a Luigi's Italian Ice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Last night I had what's that cookie sandwich? The golden
Toll
something?
House?
The Toll House.
Yeah.
I had a Toll House. It's delicious.
The last time I had ice cream, I went to...
Ice cream.
I'm not even trying to sound like a cunt, but I think the last time I did, I went to this Asian, grocery store, convenience store.
You fucking cunt.
And I got a waffle ice cream sandwich. So the outside was like a crisp waffle with the vanilla inside and a little chocolate.
I like
It was
that.
very tasty, actually.
I like that.
Shout out to Beyond Home. Check it out. I also got a Kuromi pen for my desk.
Ooh.
Excellent. Well,
very
that's
tasty.
that's about it. That's about we're at
Ice
time.
cream.
We're at time.
So what age? What's the Douce and gas cutoff age? If you go to write in a question this week, everybody.
Yeah.
22.
Have you ever cried and been upset that somebody's smoking your weed and drinking your drink?
Somebody
You're
was being
Douce,
fake
and they're
to you
fake.
for personal gain, more importantly, a high.
Let's
I feel like calling
let's be
someone
clear.
fake is also like an immature
Old as
thing.
fuck,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're fake
Yeah,
as
they
fuck,
hate
bro.
fake.
You don't like me. You
They
were
say
smoking
I'm
my
too
Douce
fake.
and drinking my gas.
Once you start filing W-2s, you got to stop calling people fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get off Facebook,
And
please.
let's also be clear. We're not talking about smoking your weed
When
and
you're
drinking your booze.
when you're no longer a dependent on somebody's taxes,
Yeah.
there's no more Douce and gas.
Yeah, it's Douce and gas, not just weed and booze. It's Douce
cooked.
and gas. Gas.
Gas. All right, that's the Gas podcast, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.